Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row with a very special BuckIQ. We finally have some game film to break down. So we got Mike Hartline. I could go through his full list of credentials here. Former Kentucky quarterback, stint in the NFL. More importantly, spent some time working with the quarterbacks at Ohio State. Down in Cincinnati, it's a big week for it. So, I keep going. Ohio Dominican now, he's calling plays. Mike, thanks for joining us. We got to talk about some Ohio State quarterbacks.
Appreciate it. Love being here, and let's get right into it.
All right, so this is just week one, and that first 9 minutes there for Justin Fields was pretty impressive. I've looked at this, and I'm curious your thoughts because you've worked with some of Ohio State's best quarterbacks over the last few years. Fields, to me, looks like a mashup of all of them. Maybe Dwayne Haskins has a better arm. Maybe Braxton Miller has more athleticism. But he seems like he can do a lot of things well. That's maybe what makes him dangerous.
And that's what makes him special to me. Watching him, the type of skill set he has is different from a year before with Dwayne Haskins. And to me, Coach Day, Coach Wilson, those guys on the offensive side of the ball, they need to understand, and I'm sure they do, what special talent they have there. And they can expand the playbook so much. They can be way more diverse in what they do, and it's very, very threatening to defenses they play. So what I've seen and what I've heard with Justin Fields is he's got it all. He's not limited with anything he can do. He's got a great arm. He can win with his legs. He can make plays, and those special players, you really got to cater to them and let them go out there and just play ball.
Mike, not every quarterback's going to be the same, but how long does it generally take a quarterback? That was his first start, big-time setting in the horseshoe, as you know, until you start really feeling comfortable, or any quarterback, until you start maybe adapting an offense to build around them and trust what they can do.
Well, I think in his personal situation, transferring and getting to know and accepting those guys around him, it takes time. And a lot of that really has nothing to do with football. It's getting around them, getting to know their players, understanding that you have their back, and being a part of that unit. And I think that spreads way faster than showing that you can make plays on the field, because we all know with high programs, big time programs around the country, they expect you to do that, and that goes with the territory. However, it's the trust factor, is being able to look at those guys on the sideline, look at them in the huddle, and know this guy, if we have him, this guy's going to be able to lead us to the promised land.
Yeah.
And that takes time. It takes trust, and it's all built in my opinion, to the culture that has been established through years and years of Ohio State and what they've done. So kudos to that. But to be able to come in and take over and to do what he's doing very quickly, it only helps.
Yeah, that's just step one, that win over Florida Atlantic. Step two is going to be a bigger challenge there, that Cincinnati defense. Mike Hartline's seen that pretty well. He's also seen now Justin Fields play once. We're going to break it down right now. Let's roll the tape. All right, Mike, this was a pretty dynamic first 9 minutes for anybody's career. I think it was the most productive in the history of the school. And then you got here the first drive for Justin Fields and a look at those legs, which I think are really going to help Ohio State this year.
This is an interesting play. They get an unbalanced set, which is unique. Try to get the defense to flow over to the field. Obviously trying to get the ball in the perimeter with the running back. But this is why Justin Fields is special. This type of scheme, this inside zone that they're doing with a power read technique, you need to have a fast guy. You need to have an athletic dude that can get back into this mesh, can get back into the blocking scheme. They did this a lot with Braxton Miller. So this is a great way of, with the game plan, catering to Justin Fields and his athletic ability, and you give him a little bit of a seam, just like with Braxton Miller, and he's gone. With the speed that he has, the athleticism that he has, all he needs to do is have a little bit of a crease, and the rest is history.
Is this an easy read for him in this situation, the way it's blocked up?
Very easy read. They're reading the DN right here. If he at all pursues towards this running back, they're going to go ahead and give this ball. You can obviously see they're trying to seal this box right here, try to get a block, but with the unbalanced look, the defense is naturally going to be overloaded to that side, which means they're going to be short back here. If they can fit up the blocking schemes, work to the second level, then this could have a chance for a big play.
I think everybody kind of knew that Justin Fields could do this stuff with his legs, but really this first game was about how would he throw the football, how would those schemes look. And the rest of this first quarter was pretty good. Some of these were pretty easy. This is just anybody can make this throw probably.
Correct. The good news about Justin Fields right here, shows off his not only eyesight as a QB, his coverage recognition, all right, but also his accuracy. Now you can see to the field, they're playing kind of a cloud look up here, rolling the safeties over to the field. Once he sees this middle of the field safety get back there and not pay any attention to the scissor concept, all he has to do is read it out. You can read it from the corner to the post. And with the two guys taking away the corner, this is an easy decision to throw it to the post. But a lot of times QBs, first jitters at the stadium, big stadium, they might not make this throw. And he is very composed in the pocket, got great protection up front, stands in there, delivers the ball, and makes a great throw.
So 2 touchdowns right out of the gate. Ohio State's feeling pretty good, but he wasn't done here. This Again, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, but this one a little bit better look maybe. Another breakdown, but Fields recognizes it early here.
Right, and this actually shouldn't have a chance, which is interesting when they're playing this. You got a cloud corner coming over here. You're rolling these safeties over top to prevent the deep ball. Now the safety bust right here, Justin Fields does a great job of being a ball player right now, right? You show this in the film day, you show this on the field in adjustments, coaches might tell you this is dead over here. It shouldn't be able to go. But Justin Fields stands in the pocket. He sees the coverage breakdown. And he goes ahead and makes an excellent throw and a great catch by Benjamin Victor right here. So, again, this is stuff you really can't coach. And this is the thing that he's doing, just being a ball player back there, is just understanding coverage breakdowns and going and taking advantage of it and making the plays when the opportunity shows.
So these look like they're easy throws, Mike, but just the fact that you're recognizing and then able to pull the trigger, you're reading something into that more than just, hey, he got a wide open guy here.
Correct. You see that whole defense flowing over there to the field, and you got just a simple stop route, hook route right here, and a go ball. Again, this should not be open, but Justin Fields sits in there. He understands there is a breakdown, and he goes up and lets this guy go make a play.
They had a chance here on this 4th touchdown to really turn one loose. I believe it's Chris Olave on the other end of it, and it's also an under center look. People getting pretty excited about that addition.
Right, you haven't seen this much in Columbus recently. He's under center, but the fundamentals are great. Coming from under here, getting deep in the pocket, showing the ball, great protection up front, being able to set your feet, get balanced, great route outside. But this shows another piece of a skill set that Justin Fields brings to his whole game, and that's just arm strength. Right, this ball's on the 30-yard line. By the time he gets back, it's a 35-yard throw, and this is a dart. I mean, he puts it right on him, right, good accuracy. This receiver has no chance, right in his face. I used to tell my QBs, or I do now, you put it in his face, there's no excuse for the receiver not to catch it. So now, do they catch it every time? No, but let's not give him an excuse. Let's make it easy on him. So this isn't something a lot of QBs practice nowadays, but he can sit in there. He can understand that this receiver is going to win. I put a great ball on him, and again, they're up by 4 touchdowns.
Mike, what do you like about this wrinkle under center?
Under center, it just really sells the run. You know, if I could do this under center much more, I would. But you know what? It takes a lot of time with the center, with the quarterback, to work on this and for them to be comfortable with it. This isn't a common thing people do nowadays. However, if you see the defense, it's only 1st and 10. If you see the defense, they're biting up hard. The ball fake, the lineman coming down on their blocks, it sells everything much, much harder. And in turn, you get your safety that's down here at 6 yards, and this isn't even a hard decision to make. It's wide open. Receiver sprays it out nicely, steps on his toes, and you got the whole middle of the field to be able to make this happen. So kudos to the offense and the game planning for going up and dialing up something that might be a little bit unorthodox in our football game right now, but that ends up paying off.
Yeah. First one down, first win for Justin Fields at Ohio State. Awesome to have Mike Hartline in the ability to break it down. Big week coming for Ohio State and Justin Fields against Cincinnati. But there's some signs there that he can be pretty good there for the Buckeyes. Appreciate Mike. I'm Austin Ward. This has been BuckIQ. We'll see you next week.